Now, how we get this graph, how they got this graph, is these are our x's and these are our new y's. So this is 5 right here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then we're graphing how far that is. And so over here, this is going to be 0.5, right? Is that 0.5? Oh, no, this is 1, 2, and 3. And that's -1, -2, and -3. So you're just graphing these. So I go over to 5, and I had to go up 1/2. Over to 10, go down 1, so there's down 1. Over to 15, and up 1.5. Over 20, and then down 3. You'll see that that's really far away compared to the others. And then 20 over 25, up 1/2, and over 30, and it's right on the line. So that one was a really good guess. See, they got the same thing there. And that is all we're doing with these. I'll do one more problem all the way through, and then you'll have more. Okay, I'm gonna do number 5 on the homework. So first thing I wanna do is I wanna clear out all of my lists. So I go up to the top, push clear, and down, or clear, then enter. Either way, clear, down, clear, down. And then I'm gonna enter my list. So 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 505, 460, 415, 360, 305, 265, just like that. So I put that in there, and then I go to my y equals, that was the next step. I'm gonna clear this out, and then I wanna do 4.9x plus 16.4. So I put my list in, I put my equation in, and now I'm gonna go back to stat edit and into L3. So I go up to L3, and then I push vars, y vars, function y1. So those are the buttons that I push. That's like what we're selecting, y1, then parentheses, and I want to put L1 into that. Oops, L1 into that. So poof, those are my predicted values. Predicted, this is what I actually got. So I want to know how far off are we. So I take into L4, I go up to L4, and then I'm going to do L2 minus L3, enter, and poof. So now we're going to graph this and this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my numbers from my calculator into my table. So I got 506.4, 457.4, 408.4, 359.4, 310.4, and 261.4. The first one was down by 1.4. The second one was up by 2.6. The third one was too high by 6.6. The fourth one was off by only 0.6. This was down too little by 5.4, and then this was up by 3.6. So I fill in my table. Now I'm going to graph it. So these numbers, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like I'm going to have to go up to 6 and maybe 7. So there's 6 and there's 7. And down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, down 5. Now this is kind of the weird part. You see how my numbers, that's 100 up there and that's 50 down there. I want to make sure that the numbers close to my x-axis are the smallest. And so it looks like it goes by, it starts at 50, so it's probably going to have a little zigzag there. Start at 50, and then 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So let's see, 50 was up 3.6, so that's about right there. So I got that one graphed. 60 was down by -5.4, so 60 and down by -5.4 is about right there. 70 was almost exactly on, so just off by 0.6. 80 was off by 6.6, so that's clear up almost to that line. 90 was off by 2.6. So 2.6 is about, so like there's like a little almost in between. And then 100 was down by negative 1.4. So if I look at my shapes that we had on my notes, this looks pretty scattered. Doesn't follow any patterns. So the question asks, I'm gonna make sure what the question asks. So it's complete the table, round your answers, construct a residuals plot. Oh, that's it. We are done. So that was number 5. Regular math, I want you to do 2 more of these. Honors math, you need to do 3 more of these. The second part of 9.3 is you're going to be looking at the line, like the actual scatter plot and line of best fit, and comparing the residuals plot. And so then we want to look at this and see what the shape is. So look back at the notes on what you put for what the shape was, and we need to just determine if there was a curve or if it was kind of scattered. Curve or scattered. Curve is no good. Scattered is good. Split top and bottom is okay as long as it's flat. But we basically want to see this. So I can see that this is pretty scattered. Would you guys agree that's pretty scattered and kind of like a line? In fact, you can even look here, and that you can see that really fits it closely. So they said, based on the shape, it says linear appears to be appropriate. And so looking at the scatter plot, we're good here because it looks like a line. Based on the residuals plot, it also appears to be fine because it was a scattered or a line one. So let's do the next one. So looking at this one though, you see how like the lines really hardly match up with the line. In fact, I would say this is almost quadratic. So I'm going to say based on this, I'm just going to point an arrow for the sake of ease. Based on this, linear doesn't look like a good model for the data. And then based on the residuals plot, and I'm actually going to put residuals plot because I didn't want to put this whole long thing right there. So I'm based on the residuals plot. Since it's, would you guys see how like, do you guys see how the middle part's above, but those parts are below? In other words, just kind of a curve. Since it's curved, it's also not a good. It also says, since it's curved, it also says it's not a good model. Okay, so that's what you do for those. Let me do one more. In honors, you'll finish it. Regular, you'll do only one more. So let me do number, let's see. Yeah, let's do number 11. Oh, I actually kind of did one like that already. Oh, let's do 10. So 10. So this one looks to me like it's a pretty good fit. So based on this, it's close to the line. So a linear, like the data's, and that's actually the data. The data are close to the line, so a linear model is a good fit. So on this other one, back here, I'm gonna put it back. So on this one, it wasn't even close, so it's not. It doesn't look like a good model. So this does a linear. So a linear model is a good fit. And based on the residuals plot, a residual plot being nicely scattered. In other words, they have no, they have no pattern or curves. A linear model is a good fit. So that's what you have to say. So again, honors, you need to finish all of the problems in here. And regular, you need to just do one more of them. So, because there are 3 more to do. Honors, you can finish the 3. Actually, there are 3 more to do. Regular, I bet you can do 2 more. Honors, do all 3. Regular, do 2 more.